Okay, let's go to the number 9 on the list, and let's go to page 380, and let's go to number 5. Okay, so you got x to the 3 minus 3x squared plus 4x minus 12 equal to 3. Okay, so answer you get are 3 and 2i. Okay, so you're looking for all the roots, right? Well, this is x to the 3, so that means there are going to be 3 answers. You already got 2, so you need to figure out the third one. Now, because there's an I here and there's no I over here, so in order to get rid of the I, you must have a conjugate. So your conjugate would be minus 2i. Okay, and so those are your 3 answers. Okay, number 10 on the list. Let's go to page 380, and let's go to number 7. Okay, so you got x to the 4 minus 2x to the 3 plus 4x squared plus 2x minus 5 equal to 0. Okay, and your answers are 1, you got negative 1, and 1 minus 2i. Okay. Okay, so this is the 4th power, means you're going to get 4 answers. Okay, and over here you got 2 answers. But right away, you know that another answer you're going to get would be 1 plus 2i. Okay. Okay, so what we can do is, oh wait, we got another one. Okay, and so that's it. Right? So again, 4th power will have 4 answers. They give you 3 already. They give you 1, negative 1, and 1 minus 2i. So again, you must have a conjugate, right? So the one you're missing would be 1 plus 2i. Okay, and that's it. Okay, let's go to number 11. Okay, let's go to page 380, and let's go and do number 3. Okay, so you got negative 2, and you got negative 1 plus I. Okay, so you're looking for cube equation. Well, to find the cube equation, first you have to find all the roots, right? So you got this one, this one. So right away, you know that another answer you're going to get would be negative 1 minus I. You have to get conjugate, right? So now you have to get all this together. Okay? So this is going to be similar to, it becomes this kind of problem, like number 7, right? You just do the same thing. Okay? So the difference is that they only give you this one, so you have to get this one. You have to know how to get this one. Okay, so you got R1 equal to negative 1 plus I, R2 equal to negative 1 plus I. Okay, so you got x squared minus R1 plus R2, x plus R1 R2 equal to 0. Okay, so you got x squared minus, I can get your template ready. Okay, so the sum, again, when you add the plus, wait, there's something wrong. There should be a minus. Right, minus I. Sorry about that. Okay, so when you add, the conjugate have to cancel out. So when you add, this will give you a negative 2. Okay? And then when you multiply, negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. Plus times minus is minus. I times I is negative 1. But that's a minus already. So negative 1 times negative will give you plus 1. Okay? So this is x squared plus 2x plus 2 equal to 0. Okay? So these two answers came from these. Okay, this answer came from x plus 2. Okay, so this answer came from these. So now we can put them together. And now we can go and multiply out. Okay, so this would be x to the 3 plus 2x to the 2 plus 2x. Okay, next one. I'm going to kind of do the vertical math. I'm going to just line things up already. So this would be plus 2x squared plus 4x plus 4. The reason I do this is so that much easier to add. Okay, so this will give me x to the 3 plus 4x to the 2 plus 6x plus 4 equal to 0. So this is another way you can do this. As you multiply, you can run all the like terms, and then you can, when you add, it's much easier. Okay, rather than like if you kind of just multiply like this, you have to kind of gather them. Okay, so this is probably a better way to do it. As when you multiply, okay, you can just run things up. Okay. Okay, next item. Okay, let's go to page 380, and let's do number 9. So you get x to the 3 plus x minus 10 equal to 0, and one of the root is given, so R1 equal to -1 plus 2i. Okay, this is the cube, so you have 3 answers. They will give you 1. So right away, you're going to get R2 equal to -1 minus 2i. Okay, so what we're going to do next is that we have to find a depressed equation. Okay, we have to find what the equation that these 2 answers are from. Okay, so you can get your root equation. Okay, so when you add, this will cancel out, so you're going to get -2. Okay, when you multiply, okay, this would be 1, this would be minus, 2 times 2 is 4, I times I is -1, -1 times -4 will give you plus 4. So this becomes x squared plus 2x plus 5 equal to 0. Okay, so these 2 answers came from these. Okay, so now this one, basically what you do, you're doing the factoring. Okay, you're doing the factoring. And so once you get this factoring, you can put in here, right? So basically you're going backwards. So you factor, and from here you break into this using quadratic formula. So now this one is kind of easy because you don't even have to. You can just kind of do the checking. Okay. So again, x to the 3. How are you going to get x to the 3? Well, you got x squared over here, so this has to be x, right? Okay. Now how are you going to get minus 10? Well, you got 5 over here, so you have to be minus 2, right? So again, x times x cubed, x squared give you x cubed. -2 times 5 give you -10. Okay, and that's it. So from here, you know that your R3 is going to equal to +2, right? So they equal to 0, and you solve. Okay, and that's it. Right? Now, if you don't see that, you can just use a long division. Okay, number 13 on the list. Let's go to page 380, and let's do number 11. Okay, you got x to the 4 minus 6x to the 3 plus 60x minus 100 equal to 0. And you have R1 equal to 3 plus I. Okay, so right away, you know your R2 have to be equal to 3 minus I. Okay. So we're going to find out where this came. Now this is going to be a little bit hard because it's 4 power. So you can basically what you do, we're going backward. Okay, so from this we have to go backward, but this we can go forward. So this is equal to, again, you try to do factoring, right? So this can break into factoring. So we're going to use this to figure out what's one of the factors. Okay, so you can use your root equation. Okay, so again, when you add, the plus and minus will cancel out, so this would be a 6. Okay, now when you multiply, this will give you 9. Plus times minus is minus. I times I is -1, so it becomes +1. So from these 2 answers, you're going to get x squared minus 6x plus 10 equal to 0. Okay, so these 2 answers came from here. So that means one of these factors is this. So we can put this right in here. Okay, but now we have problem. Okay, now because it cannot be this simple because there are 3 terms now. Because it's going to have x squared. Okay, we know that this is going to be x squared, and we know that this has to be minus 10. Okay, right? X squared times x will give x to the 4 minus 10 times plus 10 give you minus 100. But the point is we don't know the middle. See, this one you can do it, but this one we don't know the middle. So in this case, you have to do the long division. Okay. Remember that you have to put a space, right? Okay, divide by x squared minus 6x plus 10. So this one you have to do the long division. So again, we already know that this has to be x squared. So go and multiply x to the 4 minus 6x to the 3 plus 10x squared. Okay. Put parentheses, subtract. So cancel out, cancel out. 0 minus 10 give you negative 10. Okay. Okay, so this one would be, oh, the middle, this one got canceled out, so minus 10. Oh, this one comes nice. Okay, minus 10. So minus 10x squared plus 60x minus 100. Okay, so it's not too bad. Okay, so this one has no middle term, so that's kind of nice. Okay, so the reason for it because it got canceled out. Most of the time, there's a number over here. Okay. So from this we can factor into this. So now we can solve this, right? So you get x squared minus 10 equal to 0. So x squared equal to 10. Take the square root, so x equal to plus or minus square root of 10. Okay? So that's your two answers. Your four answer would be plus or minus square root of 10, 3 plus or minus I. So those are your four answers. Okay? So again, two answers from here and two answers from here. Okay? Okay, let's go to the next item. Okay. Oh wait, number 14. Okay, let's go to page 361 and let's go and do number 4. Okay, so 361. Okay, so first you have to translate, okay? So it says if P, okay, so write down P, very inversely means K over something, inversely as the square root of Q, okay? And it says and P equal to 12 when Q equal to 36. So that's your first scenario, okay? It says from P, okay, from P when Q equal to 16. Okay, well first you have to use the first information to find K, right? So substitute everything here. Again, whatever you substitute, you put in parentheses. That way you know what's being substituted. So 12 equal to K over square root of 36. So simplify a little bit. Square root of 36 is 6. Cross multiply K equal to 72. Okay? Okay. So once you find K, you have to update your equation. So you got P equal to 72 over square root of Q. Okay? So update your equation. As soon as you find K, update your equation. Now you can use the updated equation to solve. So P equal to 72 over square root of 16. So P equal to 72 over 4. So P equal to 1, 8. Okay? Okay, number 15 on the list. Let's go to page 361 and let's do number 2. Okay, so this is the word problem. Okay, so by Ohm's law, the current flows through a wire. Okay, so current is I, but since most of you don't know about electronics, they're just going to use C for the current. But you know, in electronics, the current is I. They use that, right? But let's use C. So the current flow in the wire is inversely proportional. Okay, so it's inversely proportional to the resistance of the wire. Okay, so it says if the current is 5 amps, the ampere, okay, this is the abbreviation, right? When the resistance equal to 24 ohms, okay, they use the horseshoe symbol, okay. So that's the first scenario. Okay. So next one is for what resistance where the current be 8 amps. Okay. Okay, so just same as this problem over here. So first you substitute, cross multiply, so K equal to 120. Okay, so once you find K, you update your equation. So C equal to 120 over R. Okay, then you substitute, so you got 8 equal to 120 over R. Okay, cross multiply, so you got 8R equal to 120. Divide by 8, divide by 8, so R equal to 1.5, and remember your label, ohms. Okay, and that's it. Okay, let's go to the next one. So let's go to this number 16 on the list. Okay, let's go to page 394, and let's do number 3. Okay, you try to estimate the population during the year 1968. Okay, so what you need to do is you have to get the year before and year after. So you need to get 1960 and 1970, and the one you're looking for is 1968. Okay, and you have to get the information. So 1960, the population is 179, and this one is what you're looking for. So that your X. 1970 is 203. Okay, so now you have to write your equation. So first you have to pair up. So if you use this pair, you have to use this pair, right? And you just go and match it up to get your fraction ready. So again, it doesn't matter how you write the equation, as long as you match the two sides exactly. So I'm going to use x minus 179. So if I do that, I need to get 1968 minus 1960. Okay? Now next I have to choose another pair. Now I can choose this pair, but I will get another variable, so I don't want to do that. That's bad. So I want to use this pair. Okay, that means I have to use this pair. So I'm going to get 203 minus 179. So I get 1. So 203 match with 1970 minus 1960. Okay, now let's go and simplify things. So I get 8 over 10 equal to x minus 179 over 24. Okay, so let's get rid of the fraction. So multiply by 24 on both sides. So this will cancel out. So I get x minus 179 equal to, get your calculator. Okay, so you got 24 times 8 divided by 10 equal, so 19.2. Okay, and after that you just plus 179 plus 179. So x will equal to, so okay, would be 198.2. Okay. Now you can because there are no decimals over here, so you can just run off the nearest integer. But remember your label, so x will equal to 198 million. Okay. Don't forget your million, because if you don't, 198 is different from 198 million. Yeah. You're off by a factor of million, so be careful with that. Okay.